All right, Thrifty, we're live.
Back in action for 2020.
Growing up on the water with fishing in their blood, Matt Arey and Bryan Thrift have spent the last 10 years competing against the biggest names in professional bass fishing. Their success has landed them ranked among the top anglers in the world. If you're looking to become a better angler, then this show has all the answers. Join us and follow along to get actionable tips, tactics, and tried and true techniques directly from the pros. Welcome to Let's Talk Fish.
The other 39 don't matter.
I gave some to me.
We are live.
We're back. Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Well,
Happy New Year.
on January, what day is it? 14th. January 14th.
It is the 14th.
Yep. So a couple little quick things. Pretty excited. What?
Can you hear anything? I can't hear anything on mine.
What?
Huh?
I can't hear anything on mine.
Well, I hope y'all got sound, don't you? You got to turn
It
your
is a
volume
new
on,
year,
Jeff.
Jeff.
You don't have your little headphone thing in, right? Cool.
Yeah.
All right, can y'all hear us? Just give us a thumbs up if y'all can hear us.
Might be my phone.
I think it's Jeff's phone. It's got to be
Could
Jeff's
be my phone. Could
Yeah.
be my phone.
Yeah. Thank you, Reed, Carl. By the way,
Did you win that with Dudley?
I won it. I did, and
nice.
it raised almost $1,200. By the way, that was a
That's
good thing.
pretty good.
That was a good
That's
thing
awesome.
that Dudley did. That was a really cool deal. And I told him that if nobody knows what I'm talking about, Dudley did what they called or what he called the 5 lure challenge. He gave the pros. There was like a dozen of us. Did you do it?
No, I did not do it.
Okay, there was like a dozen of us.
I wasn't asked to do it. I don't think I was ever.
You probably just weren't in the right vicinity.
Yeah, I don't
at the
think
right
I was
time.
ever around him.
I would have demolished you anyway. I crushed it. It was like
Oh, no.
crazy 30-something seconds or
I would
something.
have
I don't
found
know.
all
It
of
was
them in
insane.
one box.
So yeah, all that money that was raised through his YouTube channel for that 5 lure challenge went to St. Jude's. I got to choose the charity, but Dudley was responsible for raising all that money. So props to Mr. Dudley. That was pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
So we have a quick announcement. We have a new title sponsor for Let's Talk Fish Live for 2020. That is Angler's Choice Marine. Now they have been on board with us. Yay! We need like the little, like
We need sound effects.
sound effects, Jeff. Where you at?
Can you get
I'm
us a
sorry.
soundboard?
I didn't know we needed
sound
them.
effects.
Sound effects, where it sounds like there's like behind
Yeah.
the camera, like 50 people watching.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just like all kind of sound.
Like
effects.
sitcoms and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Angler's Choice Marine is the title sponsor, presenting sponsor of Let's Talk Fish. You'll see it on our intro videos changing here in the next show or two. Actually, Jeff got most of it changed already. So props to Mr.
Good
Jeff.
job.
Not
Yeah.
well, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Almost complete.
We got a whole new intro video coming out because we got all kind of stuff changing.
We do. We have
jerseys and
We
all
do.
kind of
We've got a
craziness.
lot of different changes for 2020. We'll talk about those in some of the next few shows, but we working on some exciting stuff. Actually, Thrift and I were on the lake the other day working on some exciting stuff.
We were.
And what else? Oh, the open houses. We've talked about the
Yes,
open houses. but
open
let's mention
houses
those again.
for Angler's Choice. All right, the first one in Lexington is this weekend.
Just Saturday.
This Saturday, yeah, just Saturday. And then the 24th and 25th is the open house at Martinsville, Virginia. And then the next weekend, the Friday and Saturday, the open house is at the Spindale location. So you got 3 different locations, 3 different open houses. It's going to be a great time. I think Matt and myself will both be at the Martinsville store and the... Are you coming to Spindale?
I don't know yet. If
Okay.
I am,
will
it'll be
at
Friday.
Spindale. And y'all come out and see us. It's going to be fun. I know at the Martinsville location, they're going to have test rides for the big tracker ATV off-road vehicles.
Yeah, they're going to have an off-road course. set
Yeah,
up.
they're going to have the 3/4 mile off-road course set up that you can go pick any off-road vehicle they have and go test drive it. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going
Yeah.
to probably drive a couple of those.
You can bring your helmet.
Yeah, I probably will.
All right, so he mentioned the open houses we got coming up. The season's getting ready to kick off. As a matter of fact, the BASS Open is kicking off tomorrow morning, which is kind of weird. I'm not used to Wednesday morning.
That is
starts.
weird. It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. I'm not sure why they did it. I hadn't read online why that's the case, but it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I'll tell you what, I was reading down the list of anglers for that event, and it's a full field, 225 pros, 225 co-anglers. And dude, I'm gonna
Pretty
go
stout.
out. I'm gonna go out on a
Pretty
limb and
stout.
say that's probably the most stacked field the Bass Opens has ever seen. And a lot of that was some of the guys coming over from FLW, obviously. There's quite a few elite guys down there. I think there's 13 elite guys down there. Plus, I know Swindle, Polinick, Canterbury, Yoakumson, Brandon Cobb's down there, Scott Martin's down there. I mean, guys, it should be interesting. I mean, it's Florida, so you're gonna see some giant fish weighed in. And I think, knock on wood, that they're actually going to have really stable, warm weather for this tournament.
Really?
So that,
well, I'm not down there.
that's neither one of us.
If I go to Florida, it's going to be a cold front.
Yeah.
So, even if I'm not fishing the tournament, like if I was to just drive to Florida tomorrow, the fish would bite until I crossed the state line. So about 1 o'clock, the whole bite would shut down. That's the way it is.
Oh, Taylor Lawson wanted to know if we're going to be at the Bass University. Actually, yeah. So Brian and myself.
We'll be there Sunday.
We'll be there teaching on Sunday, the 26th. So we'll be driving from Martinsville, Virginia, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, getting back to Shelby, and then driving down to Anderson early.
What are your topics?
So my topics are a 1-2 punch for springtime spawners
Right.
and year-round jerkbait fishing.
Oh, I like that.
What about
I am
yours?
doing a everything cranking.
Is that like everything?
Everything cranking
From
from
0
shallow
to
to
25?
deep,
Oh.
from January to August. Everything I know about a crankbait in an hour, which it's going to be tough to get it all in that amount of time.
I didn't ask Justin if I have to, since I'm there teaching, do I have to pay to sit in on your seminar? Or do you think they'll let me sit in on your seminar?
Yeah, you can sit in.
Oh, you sit in? Okay. Good. I'm going to sit in on all of them. Hey, you never stop learning. You never stop learning. All right, so what's next? After this Bass Open gets kicked off, you and I, if I'm not mistaken, yes, I'm going to Disney World, David Prince. As a matter of fact, we're leaving Friday morning. We'll be back Tuesday evening. I think that's right. But, yeah, so, yeah. We're taking the girls' first trip to Disney World. My first trip since, not my first trip, but my, first trip since I was 10 years old, which was.
That's about the last
I
time.
never
time
went.
ago.
Never went as a kid.
You never been?
My first time, I was like
You want to go with us?
35 maybe.
You want to go with us? We're staying in the
No, I'm good.
Finding Nemo resort.
I'm good.
Ooh,
Thank
Sure?
you.
Okay. All right.
I'm good.
I just thought I'd throw it out there. I mean, you're going to have to pay your way. I ain't paying for it, but just thought I'd throw it out there. Yeah, but dude, they got. I'm interested to
I'm
see.
good.
I don't remember a lot from Disney World when I was 10 years old, but I'm interested to see how much has changed. Have y'all been yet? Y'all haven't taken?
No,
the
we
kids yet?
haven't taken
Obviously,
the kids
Cooper's a little young, but
Wiley, no, he never really got into the whole Disney thing.
well,
Yeah, me
but
neither.
There's Hollywood now. The stuff is like the Hollywood studios and the.
He don't. I don't think he'd really care.
You don't think so?
No.
Man, all kids love Disney World. There's something for every kid at Disney. That's what,
Yeah.
I was
what I've been
surprised
told.
by the number of adults
Oh
that
yeah.
love Disney World.
Oh yeah.
Like no kids,
absolutely.
just couples walking
Absolutely.
around with full like Mickey get up and everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Didn't know that existed.
We have.
There you go.
I learned something new.
We have lunch with one of the princesses one day.
Did you set that up, or is that for the kids?
It ain't for me.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
what
curious.
you're asking. Not sure which princess it is, but yeah, William Watts said good luck. I appreciate it. I need all the luck I can get heading down there. Let's see.
When's y'all's first event for the year?
So I leave. That's what I said here thinking about. I leave February 1st to drive down to St. John's River in Palatka, same place we kicked off last year, and then we go back to back. We drive from there to Chickamauga.
All right.
And a quick little preview of those events. St. John's is going to be totally dependent on weather. Just like last year, it ended up being a slugfest during practice. And I'm telling the truth when I say this because I'm not thrift. I tell the truth about practice.
I do too.
No, I'm kidding.
See what?
I literally caught 3 bass in practice in St. John's. And I only had 3 bites, and I jerked on all 3 of them. And Canterbury, I think, only caught like 4 or 5. I mean, it was bad. It was cold, and all of a sudden, bam, it
Here they
got
come.
hot, and here they came.
Yep.
And it was absolutely unbelievable. But to me, Florida's always feast or famine.
I agree 100%.
I mean, it's never like it's
it's
decent.
always feast or famine for me. I'm either like top 10 or bottom 50. Like there's never a middle ground for me in Florida.
If I get a check in Florida,
Yeah,
I'm happy.
that's a good one.
So then we go from there to Chickamauga, and I'm going to say again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's going to be 100% dependent on weather. I mean,
It's not. They're gonna bite it, chick.
Well, I
If
tell you
it's
what,
sunny, they're gonna bite.
I'm
If it's
like
cloudy, it's
what
gonna
I'm
bite.
like what you said the other day. Now we can't throw an A rig, obviously, but if it's foul, nasty weather,
They're
then,
gonna bite.
Then you're gonna see some giants wade in, and I'm gonna stand by that. If it's like bluebird skies and sunny and cold and no wind,
Still gonna see some
I don't
big.
think you'll still see a few
Yeah.
big ones, but I don't think it's gonna be near as good. Now, that being said, dude, it could be like 70 the way our weather's been, or it could be like 30.
fact.
I mean, who
Like
knows?
we've been in the upper 60s all week, and I think next week it's supposed to be in the 40s for a high. So.
Yeah, that's. I'll be in. I looked at the Orlando weather forecast, obviously, and it's supposed to. There's supposed to be a cold front down there while we're at Disney World, but a cold front down there is like highs in the 60s.
It's like
So,
78.
Yeah, no, it is like
Perfect.
69, 70, 71, lows in the 50s. You know, so that'll be great.
We
And
got-
I don't know if this is a good time to go to Disney World or not. I've been told it is, but I'll be the judge of that. When I don't know if Disney.
No, it
World's-
probably is a good time to go right now, actually.
Well, you think everybody's kind of after the holidays getting back into school swing, you know?
I'll tell you
work
when a good
swing.
time not to go is. That would be July.
Well, yeah, it'd be 100.
It's about 2 million degrees, and there's
Yeah.
4 million people in every line.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Not fun.
Taylor Lawson wants to know who won the deer competition. All right, we're just going to announce the winner of the deer competition.
I wasn't in it. They wouldn't let me in it.
That's
Wouldn't
right,
let me
Thrift,
in it
You
either.
wouldn't have won it anyway. if it
Yeah, I
makes you
would.
feel- well, you would have won the doe pot.
I would
Actually,
have. I'd have won everything.
I won. Taylor, thanks for asking. The first and second in the buck pot.
Now that you mention it,
now that you mentioned it,
Now Jimmy,
I won
a
it.
buddy of ours that was in the pot, he won the doe pot. He actually swept the doe pot like I swept the buck pot. He won first and second place in the doe pot. So yeah, but there you go. We won't talk deer hunting anymore.
no,
Apologies.
deer hunting
Thank
is
you,
over
Derek Westfall.
until at least
I'll have to put that
September.
up on the screen.
Yep.
For that
I'm
comment.
still getting deer questions. Shadbird's
Well,
throwing
just
one out
ignore
there.
them.
Okay,
Just
all right,
ignore the
all right.
deer
I'll do
questions.
my best.
Just wait till you see the next comment that pops up on the screen.
So, which comment?
You'll see it in a second. It's a little delay. But
Oh, from Scott Fail.
Derek Westfall's the man. You'll see.
All right, so I gave a quick little rundown of where we're headed and what I kind of think is going to play out as far as weights.
It didn't even pop up.
Oh,
on
I see the comment now. I can't believe you didn't like asterisks, put little bomb
I left
emojis
it-
on it, and put it up there.
I
on
left
the
it for
big
the
screen.
standard, like 3.5 seconds.
Okay, for anybody
I didn't
that
even
missed-
see it. It didn't come up on
It said
mine.
Jeff is the real reason we all tune in.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
See there? See
All
what
right,
happens?
Matt's done with where they're starting. So I'm going to follow up with
I was
where
going
I'm
to do some
starting.
weight predictions, but that's all right. No big deal.
All right, so
I will guarantee you this.
guarantee me something.
Now I'm not going to guarantee it because we
You
still,
just said
wait,
you
wait,
still
wait, wait, wait.
guarantee.
We still. Let me retract that statement. We still have Lake Fork, so that's the wild card. But if I was a betting man, I would bet that the biggest bass of the year will come from one of our first two events. On top
very
of
good
that,
chance,
I'm going
yeah.
to say the biggest five fish limit will also come from our first two events. Even though we go to Lake Fork, and it's a little bit later this year, so it's going to be an offshore deal. I still think Chick or St. John's is going to produce a. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say there's going to be like a 33 to 37 pound bag weight in at one of those two tournaments.
Oh, yeah, I'd say so.
And I mean I could eat those words, but all right. So tell us about y'all's first
Our
event.
first one is at Lake Eufaula in Alabama. I think we leave sometime around the 3rd or 4th of February.
Say in about the time we leave.
Yeah, somewhere around the 3rd or 4th of February.
Now that's like
is when I'll
a
leave.
Tuesday. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
y'all leave. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all's events start on like a Tuesday, right?
I have no idea. I still got a
what
lot
do
of
you
stuff.
know about the tour you're
No reason to figure that out.
I mean,
I
who
don't
needs to know that?
I mean, I've got it somewhere, but I got to look
It's a
at
good 2 weeks away. No need to plan.
it. Yeah,
He knows.
I got it.
He knows. It's like asking him where the fish are. I have no idea.
When the
I
water.
don't.
He knows.
In the
He
water?
knows. Oh, he knows. Yeah.
So we got Eufaula and then Okeechobee. So we've got some really good lakes coming up as well. And it's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. Still
That's-
don't know how I'm going to approach practice. That's the biggest thing that's got me kind of that's on my mind about the transition to the MLF format is I don't know how to, like, I feel like I got to change something, but I don't want to, and I'm not going to change anything until I see that what I'm doing is not working. So.
You're going to learn more than you ever have about this format in your very first competition day.
That is true.
Like the first.
I mean, that's that,
First-
Probably within
yeah.
the first hour. When
Yeah,
I was about to
everybody's
say the
lining up
first
the
half of the
scoreboard,
day,
I ain't
you
got
will-
to bite yet.
probably the first hour. No,
Oh yeah,
Chris
you
probably-
forgot
right.
about Santee.
What about
Santee could throw out a mid to upper 30-pound bag.
Well,
When are y'all
it's
going?
later April though. I mean,
Yeah,
I could
it's
see
still
like if
doable though.
it's doable, yeah. But I mean, Chick in St. John's, dude. How many 30-pound bags did we have at St. John's last year? There was like 6. There was like 5 or 6. Fork, I can't remember what the biggest limit weight in at Fork was. There was a lot of 25s, 26s, 27s. Don't remember very many 30s at Fork. It was a little bit in a funk last year, if you can believe that. 25 pounds at Fork is a little bit of a funk, but yeah, that's true. I mean, Santee's going to be we'll see. We have 3 or 4 lakes capable of producing 30-pound bags.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be interesting. So talking about your practice and adjusting to that new format, what and we talked about this on a previous show, but you pretty much said you're going to keep practicing kind of the same way
Yeah,
you did practicing.
I'm gonna do like I always do, and I think what worries me is I'm used to a 3-day practice. You know, that's all we've ever known since both of us started fishing professionally. It's been a 3-day practice, and
Didn't we used to get 4 days?
for a few events we got 4
Yeah.
days. But just figuring out how to condense what I like to do in 3 days down to 2 days, I think is what's on my mind the most. Like I feel like I'm going to get rushed in practice to try to cover more water and look at more things and end up overlooking a lot of things. So
All right,
that's what we're going to try not to do.
I'm going to ask you another question about your rules. Let's see if you can answer this one.
All right, ask.
Are y'all restricted on when you can be on the water and when you have to be off the water?
As far as practice goes? Yeah, we've got 2 days of practice.
No, I
and-
know that. I meant time-wise. Like,
Yeah, it's 30 minutes before sunrise, 30 minutes after sunset. And then the second day of practice, there's a set time. I think it's 6 o'clock. We have to be off
got you.
for practice.
Okay, all right. So you have read the rules a little bit.
I've read the rules thoroughly.
Okay. All right. Just no idea on when you start.
Yeah, I got it.
He said he read the rules, not the schedule.
Here, hang on.
Excuse me.
I'm going to tell you exactly
Oh.
so you know.
Quick shout out.
Right here.
Yeah, I want to follow you.
My first day of practice will be February the 5th.
Well, I got his schedule right in front of me.
Right there it is. Stage 1, you follow. Practice starts on the 5th. Tournament begins on the 7th and ends on the 12th.
Okay, so it starts on a Friday.
Yeah.
And ends on a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Got you.
Satisfied?
Still similar format last year too. 40 and 40.
Yes.
And then 20 and 20?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Got you. All right. Oh, by the way, did I mention our trivia questions? I'm not going to give the answers. Don't worry.
No, you did not. We hadn't mentioned that yet.
We have not 1, but 2 giveaways tonight.
Dose.
2. That's not 4. That's 2. 2 giveaways tonight. I don't want to confuse anybody. Everybody gets mad when I start telling fibs.
2 different
Don't give
giveaways
stuff
with
away.
2 different questions.
2 different questions. 2
So you
different
got to hang
prize
around
packs.
for both of them.
Yep. 1 prize pack. You want to tell them about that prize pack?
Why don't we split it up instead of doing the giveaways back to back? Let's do one at say the 7:30 mark, and do one at the end of the show.
That's fine. That'll
You
work.
want to do that?
Yep. That way we
Does that
can,
work with the viewers?
Yeah, we can jump around and answer some questions while they take some 683 hours to answer yours.
Exactly.
I
So which one are you going to ask first?
don't know.
Yours
That's a
or
good
mine?
question. That's a good question about the trivia question. On when we should ask the question. So, I don't know. What are you thinking?
I don't know. While you think about that, I'm going to show you what one of our giveaways will be.
I'm not
So,
telling you, Matt.
in this-
Matt Newman won't.
in this
won't
box
know what the
right
answers
here,
are.
Is a box full of my new signature series crankbaits from Demiki, the BTC 60. There are 10 different colors offered in this bait, and the winner of the trivia question for this will get one of each color of this bait free of charge, sent to you courtesy of Demiki and Let's Talk Fish. So 10 crankbaits, retail value like $120, so that's going to be a good deal for somebody. And Matt knows they already work because we went to Moss Monday.
They do.
I can verify that as well.
We caught
Yeah,
some.
Jeff saw it as well.
Matter of fact, some of that's on film that y'all will get to see later.
Yes.
All right, so well, since you announced that, we'll do that first.
All right.
Because I think they're going to need more time to figure out that answer.
I agree.
So we'll at the 7:30 mark, Jeff. if you can notify us when we hit 7:30.
That's 8 minutes.
Oh, it's only 8 minutes. God, time
You want a
flies.
close-up view of the crankbait?
Yeah, actually, they said what's in the box. Taylor Lawson said what's in the box.
Let's
What's
get
in
a
the
couple
box?
of the crankbaits out where people can see them. I'm not going to hold up every color. I'm just going to hold up a couple here.
Oh, I got to give a shout out to Trey Dotson, one of our viewers, for the peanuts, the coffee nuts.
There's the crankbaits. Can they see them that far away, Jeff?
You can get up and go around
Yeah,
there.
you can get up and walk up to the camera.
I got to get up.
Don't hook yourself. So thanks for the coffee nuts. We got all kinds of chocolate covered.
Yeah, that's right in the middle.
Is
That's
it?
good.
Is
Yeah.
that? Oh yeah, that is pretty.
Mossback.
If I open my mouth, does it look like I'm biting it?
And this just happens to be the one Matt and myself caught them on Monday at Moss Lake.
Liar!
What's that called?
It's called Ghost Crawl. Oh, yeah, Matt didn't catch any. on
Ghost
this.
crawl.
I was throwing a deeper diver. We was working
And
together.
This is called Baby Bow, which is one of my favorites.
Baby
Baby
bow?
what?
Baby bow.
Baby Bow.
I want to know where the name came from.
It was a color Mickey's had in production in some other models, and it looks very good, so I had them make it in this.
Baby bow.
Baby Bow.
Oh, what'd you just show me, Jeff? You want to mention that? Brian's over here.
I'm
He's just
Ooh,
mesmerized
did
by
you
his
Yeah,
steal one of
crankbaits.
my
well, you just
crankbaits?
thank Trey for the.
You stole one of my baits out of here, didn't
No,
you?
I don't have anything. I promise.
He took two while you were
this
up
guy.
there.
Look at this guy.
Did you take one for real?
Mm-mm.
I don't believe you.
I promise I didn't. God,
Somebody
Lee.
took one. Who took one?
The Trey sent us a message
There were 4 in there, and one's gone.
last week, I guess. One of our fans and viewers, Mitch Hawks, was just diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, colon cancer, and liver cancer. So I want to give a shout out to him and let him know that
I'm counting baits. I think
he's in our
that's
thoughts and prayers for sure. And they're having an auction and a barbecue dinner fundraiser for him on February 8th.
can anybody access that auction, or they have to? I guess they have to be present. I'm sure. Where's the location of that auction?
Midway Baptist Church. I guess it's local. I'm not sure. If Trey can send us the details, we'll send out a little.
If we could post a location of the auction in the group, what I was going to say is if anybody's interested in a jersey by Thrift or myself, we donated a couple jerseys from our 2019 season that were signed to that auction. It goes to a great cause. If you have access to that location, that Jeff, you said it's at what church?
A Midway Baptist Church. I'm not sure where, but I'll get all the details.
Okay. We'll
and I'll,
find out the details. And Trey, if you're on tonight, or if you hear this post show, you can post more details in the group page or on our page about the location of that benefit for him, because that's I know that's a tough situation, but our thoughts and prayers go out to him and the family. So
somebody asked how deep this crankbait will run. The BTC 60, it runs 3 to 6 feet. I mean, it's just a typical square bill, but it's a lot more buoyant. It floats really high, comes through cover great, thumps really hard. It'll be good.
I'm glad Kenny Patterson, Taylor, they all picked up on your OCD, dude. You were
Hey, I don't
Jesse
hide my
McGowan.
OCD.
I mean, you were losing it, dude. He was. Y'all think that was that? We don't. First of all, we don't stage anything on this show. Everything is off the
that's
cuff,
just me.
and that was 110% Thrift going nuts over a crankbait that may or may not be
I
missing.
swear
out of his
there was
crankbait
4,
box.
and I'm pretty sure Matt's got it.
It's probably one tied on your rod or something.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have a crankbait. I mean, where would I put a crankbait right now? Really, where would I put a crankbait? Dude, did you see him over
It's probably
here
on
at
that tree you
convention?
kept hooking the
I
other
was
day.
putting the other 3 back in there, getting them just right.
Lord
They got to
have
be
mercy.
just right. See, I got so many baits in there. If you don't lay
Midway
them just
Baptist
right,
Church in Galax, Virginia.
Galax, Virginia.
Galax.
Galax,
Galax, Virginia.
Galax, Virginia. Galax, Virginia. Midway Baptist Church in Galax, Virginia. Thank you, Tony McCraw, for that info. But yeah, so that's where the benefit will be held. All right, what we got next? You talked about y'all's first event at Eufaula.
Yep.
What do you? So here's an odd question.
All right,
We
hit
always
me
talk
with it.
about predictions for our 5-fish tournaments.
Yep.
You know, which is it's obviously a little easier to predict. But let's just say Eufaula in February could be
It could be.
fickle.
Yeah, it could. But that could be anywhere in the South in February.
If you had to throw out a cut weight for your personal goal, and I know you're going to say I need to catch all I can.
Yeah.
But let's just say it's typical February weather. It's cold,
Right.
you know. I mean, water's 50 degrees, whatever.
Right.
What would you be happy with on the first day?
Oh, without seeing it.
Scoreable
And
bass.
you know they changed it this year.
2-pounders.
Yeah, we got a 2-pound minimum.
Which is a
at Eufaula.
14-inch limit. That don't matter.
Yeah, no, that don't matter.
For
It's a
y'all.
weight, so it's
Gotcha.
a 2-pound minimum. I'm gonna say if everything's good to go, the lake's not trashed, muddy, super high. If it's just a normal deal at Lake Eufaula for 2 days, I'm gonna call 50 to 60 pounds.
So that's top 20, right?
Well, that'll be
20th place.
20th place in the group.
After the first round is called the elimination round.
Yes.
So 50 pounds.
Yeah.
So you're looking at, let's just say they average 2 pounds. You're looking
Yeah.
at 25
25
fish.
bass for 2 days. 25 2
So
pounds.
12 fish a day. Yeah, okay. I could see that.
But I think there'll be a lot of people reach that mark without that number.
Without that number of fish.
Yes.
Well, it's February.
It's February.
It's Alabama.
And it's Eufaula.
It's Eufaula. It's got big bass in it.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. I want to see how that plays out. 50 pounds for 2 days.
That's
But that's
what I'm
what you'd
guessing.
be happy with.
Yeah, I think I'd
Just
be content with
Going
that.
into it blind,
Yeah.
not knowing anything else.
Yeah. It's a good
Oh,
round.
yeah, we
Good
heard about
even
that.
number.
So, Jeremy, did you hear about the Asian carp?
I
and chip
seen
last
something
week?
I seen something on somewhere.
I haven't read much about it.
I think I seen it on Facebook.
I don't know how many were found. I don't know if they're taking over. I don't know. I do know they've been hurting on them in Kentucky Lake. I mean, they really have. I mean, hundreds of thousands of pounds have been coming out of Kentucky Lake.
Yes.
And they put up that, what's that thing they put down there at the dam? That thing to keep them in.
Like a sound barrier.
Yeah,
or
like a
something.
sound barrier
Yeah.
type deal. And I heard it's been working pretty well. We'll. Yeah, Anthony Randall's not on tonight. Shadberg just mentioned that. He said he's hiding from Duckett. All right, so let's. We got 7:30. We got 7:30. We're dead on.
We're at
7:30.
7:30.
Yep.
Let's do the Demiki giveaway.
Let's do the Demiki giveaway.
All right, Demiki giveaway. 10 crankbaits. Every crankbait offered in the new BTC 60, every color. And the question is, how many products does Demiki offer in the U.S. market? So how many different products do they sell in the USA? And who's calling the answer? Jeff's determining the answer.
Yeah, I'll
So,
check it out.
Now this covers, we're not talking about colors and everything. Just like this crankbait is, they've got 10 different colors, but this would count as one product. So keep
Yeah,
that
we're
in
not
mind.
talking about SKUs and
Yeah.
colors and all that. Just each bait is one product.
Each bait, every product Demiki offers in the USA.
And now this is a prize pack worth what, 120
120
bucks?
bucks.
120 bucks.
120 bucks.
And I imagine there'll be
and you'll probably be the first one of your buddies to have these baits because they just came available the first week of January for purchase.
and where can they get them? Tackle Warehouse?
Yeah, Tackle Warehouse has got them. They should be going out to other retailers. I mean, they should be on their way if they're not already there. It depends on what stores have ordered and stuff like that.
All right. So
But I know Tackle Warehouse has them right now.
we got a bunch of
And Sportsman's Warehouse will probably have them very soon if they don't already have them. Angler's Choice will have some here in the next week or so at their store in Martinsville.
Oh, I wish Bruce Camp would win. I I just send him my address and have him ship them straight to me. Don't worry about Bruce. He don't fish anyway. I invited our little old buddy Thunderfoot.
I thought this would be a good question because most people don't realize how many different products Demiki offers.
I've seen some close answers.
Yeah,
too.
I've seen some close answers.
Some real close answers. If y'all want to throw, let me go back through here and jump on a fishing question while Jeff's watching for answers. Jigs McThump want to know why they're spraying weeds in Florida. Sounds like it's killing everything. I'm not real familiar with what's going on down there.
I'm not either.
Yeah, that's something we're gonna have to research a little bit. I'm not sure what
Close, Bruce Gallup.
close Bruce.
One. 2.
Oh no, he's not counting now, is he?
3.
Jonathan Carter got a question for us. What's the best bait on Lake Murray in February? Curious to hear both your opinions.
You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Crankbait.
Dang it, that's what I was going to say.
I knew that. I'm glad you let me go first. I'm going to say in that 2 to 8 foot range.
So BTC 60.
See, you can't be all like my crankbait. You got to say something different now. I already said a crankbait.
All right.
And I'm
all
shallow
right,
to medium running crankbait, and I like.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say I like. I tell you a color that I caught him on. Actually, my co-angler caught him on years and years ago. He won. I'll tell you a quick story. My co-angler, who became a good friend of mine, his dad, Tony Jackson, and his son's name was Clint, got paired with me in a BFL, and this has been back in, God, I want to say like 04, 05, 06.
It's a long time ago.
A long time ago, 10, 12, 13 years ago. And we were fishing Lake Murray. It was February. And I took off down the lake, and I had engine problems. And I came back, and I couldn't. Obviously, there's no service crew at a BFL.
Yeah.
So I was on a trolling motor, and I had to fish around the ramp all day. Have I told you this?
No.
I had to fish around the ramp all day. Well, I was on a little bit of a jig bite down the lake, and obviously that changed because the water around Drury Island was pretty stained.
Yeah.
Well, Clint was fishing as my co-angler in the back of the boat, and he was throwing a Lucky Craft bait, and it was a medium diver, and it was a flat side, and it was a pearl IU color.
Right.
The water was pretty stained. I was throwing the good old speed trap and crystal crawl.
Of course.
I caught 3 fish that
like
day.
every North Carolina.
Yeah, I caught 3 fish that day for like 5.5 pounds. Now all we had was a trolling motor.
Right.
Clint caught 4, I want to say for 10 or 11 pounds, and won the co-angler division off that crankbait. Now I'm always stuck on crawdad colors, orange, reds, things like that this time of year, especially when the water's got some good color to it. But he kicked my butt from the back of the boat, and he lost his 5th one, which was another 2 or 3 pounder.
Right.
On that pearl IU color, and that's just a pearl side, greenish back, and they were smoking that color, and it was pretty. It wasn't muddy, but it had a good stain.
Had a stain to it.
So there you go. There's hopefully that helps, Jonathan. But
I saw a winner.
Now Brian's got to pick.
You got us a winner?
I got a winner, but
You got a winner?
Yeah, but I got to find it. Literally, they're coming in so fast. I can't even.
All right, I'm going.
I saw a winner too.
All right, I see a winner as well.
Go ahead, Thrift.
All right, so my bait, Jeff's calling the winner, right?
As soon as I get to the
All right,
first
Jeff's
one on
looking
my
for
feed.
the winner. But my bait would be, since Matt took crankbait, I'm going to go with a jig. I mean, that's a great pre-spawn wintertime bite at Murray. And you can catch them from 2 feet deep all the way out to 40 feet deep. So it covers all depth ranges and catches a lot of big fish. So I'm going with a jig.
And they do get deep on Murray. Don't think you can't catch them out there in 30, 35 foot. I remember you fished this tournament as a co-angler. You remember that tournament? I believe Anthony won the tournament, but Tim Carroll was catching them 30-something feet deep
on a football
and biggins, like 7, 8 pounders.
Yeah, I fished with him the 3rd day of that event, and the first bite he got was like a 9.5.
And how deep was it?
It's probably 25, 30.
Okay, so yeah, I mean,
but now that was the year the lake was down like 25 feet also.
That's true too. That's true too. All right, did you find a winner, Jeff?
I literally can't.
I mean, how do you screw this up? You got one job.
Because every time a comment comes in, it resets.
Is that who you said?
That's who I saw.
All right, well, Matt's going to call the winner.
We call then, because I can't.
We Thrift and I both saw the same
we both
thing.
saw the same
Perfect.
number.
Then
So Matt determined the winner.
I give you the power to determine the winner.
You give us the power to determine the
it
winner.
solely rests on your shoulders.
The
Matt.
answer was 51, and Shadbird was the first one that came across not only my feed, but Thrift's
mine
feed
as well.
also.
Perfect.
Shadbird, send us a message with your shipping information. And I like that Shadbird won. I don't think Shadbird's ever won our trivia question before. He's always watching the show. He's always playing our trivia. I'm going to make a rule, though, Shad Bird, that you can't win both of them tonight. Sorry, I'm just going to make that rule. I'm going to throw it out there. You did just win $120 worth of crankbaits.
So he is ineligible for the next.
He's
giveaway
ineligible
tonight.
for the next
Call timeout. I needed to call timeout. I mean, literally.
So 51 was the answer. They offered
51 is the answer.
I got a question for you, Brian.
Yes.
Can you name those 51 products?
I get real close.
You could get real
You
close.
want me to
No,
start?
you don't have to do
I
it.
mean,
You don't
I'll-
have to do it. I'm just
All
messing
right.
with you.
I might forget a hook or two because they do offer a lot of hooks and weights and things like that. That
Uh-oh.
most people didn't know they did.
Ryan Eiding said 53 per their website, but I don't think that's justifiable on the U.S. market only.
And a couple of those have been discontinued within the last 6 months. So,
And in Brian's defense, I shouldn't defend you because y'all pick on me all the time for not having the right trivia question answer. But in Brian's defense, the man from Demiki gave us the answer right before the show started. So
exactly.
All right, we're almost to 300 viewers. We got a really cool giveaway at the end of the show, by the way. Another trivia question for some Angler's Choice goodies. And that'll be a tough one too. Trust
That
me.
will be a
That's
tough
gonna take them a while. That's gonna take them a while. Nicholas want to know how I'm gonna attack Santee when y'all come. You know, honestly, Nicholas, I'm looking for a couple different things mid-April down there. Obviously, there may be
Stinger.
AKA Wacky Worm. So there's going to be a lot of different things going on mid-April. I mean, it depends on the weather, but there could still be there could still be some fish spawning. There could be a shad spawn bite going on. There could be several different things. So I'm going to just try to cover a lot of water the first day of practice and figure out what stage the fish are in and where. Because to me, Santee fishes, obviously it is 2 different lakes, but it fishes like 3 or 4 different lakes depending on where you are.
Really does.
So I'm going to try to break it down as quick as I can the first day. And you know that's what having a good practice partner helps you break down a lake a lot quicker too. So Canterbury and I obviously work together, and he may go up the river, I may go down the lower lake the first day, and we can at least trade some notes on what stage we think the fish are in, water clarity, water temps, things like that, and see how far the fish are along in their spawning phases that time of year, and kind of go from there. So I don't know. I'm going to keep an open mind because mid-April, I've seen spawns be long over mid-April, and I've seen them just starting mid-April.
Another wave coming up.
Yeah, it just depends. And there's a lot of variables that go into that, so I'm just going to keep an open mind and hope for the best. All right, who's coming to Texas soon? Thrift, you going to Texas?
Yeah, we got a tournament at Fork also in March.
So
we got
Thrift will be there in March.
Pre-spawn tournament in March.
So I won't be in Texas, Tony, until we got Fork, but it's May, late May, early June this time. And we also go to the Sabine River. So we'll be down in the Sabine River sometime in May. Yeah, and you know, I know people they're like Sabine River, you know, but I'm excited about going to somewhere I've never been before. I know you'd say no because it's a river, but
and a title one.
And a title one, yeah.
So that's 2 strikes against it.
You know a place. I thought about you the other day. I was watching an old Bassmaster event, and and it was on the Delaware River, and that's where it fluctuates like 6 or 7 feet.
Oh yeah,
I said Thrift would have an absolute conniption when that water fell out 7 feet.
Yeah, I'd get stuck somewhere. I'd get back in somewhere and get stuck.
Yeah, lots of people get stuck. Thanks, Brian Neal. Appreciate that. And all right, yes, Tyler, I will be rooming with Scott again this year. You know, we roomed a little bit with Jay Yellis last year, and we may be splitting a place with him a few events this year. Also, we have a good friend who's a rookie this year, Wes Logan. Will be joining us at a few events and some houses, you know, things like that. It just depends on the accommodations and where we are. But Canterbury and I will be rooming together at almost every tournament. Let's see.
Here's a good question. I've seen this question come through a couple of times. Matt Newman asked, best lure to throw on Table Rock in late February other than an A-rig and a wart?
You want me to go first again?
You went first last time.
You're gonna take mine.
Throw the Demiki underspin with a 4-inch armor shad swim bait.
You didn't take mine.
Yes, I knew you was going to say jerkbait. So
jerkbait. Thanks, buddy. Looking out for always looking out.
I knew that's where you were going to go.
Yeah, and I like you know, Table Rock to me. Excuse me, and I'll give you a tip on that jerkbait bite, especially on those White River lakes. there's always, not always, jerkbait fishing that time of year can be pretty fickle. It can be conditional, but on those bluff ends, those transitional bluff ends where it rounds, you got a straight bluff on the main channel. These are just the most obvious places on the lake that a lot of people overlook. Straight bluff on the main channel, there's a little indention there. There's a little pocket. It doesn't have to be 20 yards deep, 50 yards deep, a mile deep. But right where it makes that turn and it transitions into a 45-degree bank, those underwater bluff ends that you can't see where it transitions, always a good place to start out throwing a jerkbait.
Yeah, and a lot of those on Table Rock have got a few added standing timber trees on those little points and indentions. So
there's little characteristics that make some a little juicier than others.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, especially one might have a big old floating dock coming out the side of it, or one might have any kind of cover, any kind of added cover on these transitions makes it even better. All right, here we go. Ryan has a question. Ryan Eiding has a question. What's the farthest y'all have ever traveled to fish just one day as a day trip? As in leave in the morning, fish, and drive home the same day?
I'm going to say, for me, it's Santee or Lanier. Like, I can get to both in about 3.5 hours, and I've been to both on day trips before.
Yeah, I'm not even that far. I mean, as far as a day trip, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I've been to Hartwell, Clark's Hill, places like that, and not stayed overnight. But that's about 2 to 2.5 hours, about as far as I've driven, as far as just a day trip's concerned. Most everywhere else has been overnight. All right, let's see. You see any questions you want to jump on, Brian? Dive in there. We got about 250 viewers right now. Y'all, if you hadn't subscribed, I have a lot of people always asking about previous shows. We're going into show number 82 right now, and
it's been 3 years? Is this our third?
August 22nd of 17.
Yeah.
So 18, 19. Yeah, we're 2 years and some change right now.
Right
so
on.
82 shows deep, and anybody that's wanting to not just obviously you can download the podcast. We have a lot of people that do that and listen to it while they're driving. But be sure to go to our YouTube channel if you hadn't already and subscribe, because that's a good way to view what we do on the show too. When we're showing baits like Brian did tonight in front of the camera, when we're feeding Mr. Wilson, which we need to do here pretty soon again.
He eats tomorrow.
Among other things, don't we have?
He's
something
off the
else
eating cycle for the
exciting
show.
coming down the pipe somewhere?
What's
Can we
that?
talk about anything? We got something exciting coming
You
up.
could talk, dude. This is Let's Talk Fishing. Talk about anything.
I don't
Talking
know
about
what
anything
it
you
is.
Except
want.
deer hunting,
What you got exciting coming out?
Not me. It's you.
What?
Jeff's
That's
the
not
brains
me.
of the operation.
I don't know about
I
that.
agree with
I'm
that.
under the impression we got something cool coming out here in a couple of months or sometime.
Well, we've been working on some stuff, guys. And,
That's just all I know.
and y'all know, anybody that's involved in it's part of the group, our Facebook group knows we have a membership site that will be launching hopefully later in 2020, and it's going to have a lot of really, really cool content. I mean, I know everybody loves us answering questions on the show, but basically what we've done is we've taken y'all's feedback. We'll continue to take more of that feedback, and we've taken y'all's questions and really dissected them and broken them down and done full-fledged answers, for lack of a better term. We've done anywhere from 5-minute videos to 15 to 20-minute videos that we're actually
And it's cool stuff.
yeah, putting
Like
together
it's
now.
stuff like some of it's stuff you wouldn't think about. Like stuff you want to know, but you don't even know you want to know it.
That's
We're
deep
providing
right there.
Now,
Think
that's
about
deep.
that.
Yeah, you
That's
need to
think
write
about
that down. That could be a shirt.
Yes.
It's a lot of words for a shirt, but it could be a shirt. Say that again.
It's stuff that you don't even know you want to know.
It's
But
stuff that you want to
want-
know, but you don't even know you want to know it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
better.
All right.
That's probably what
we
I
got
said
it.
the first
we
time.
got it. Thanks, Jigs. Appreciate it. I need to win the classic. I got jealous. I'll be lying if I said I didn't get jealous. Thrift sent me a picture today. No, a video. Now that was Lake Ouachita, right?
Yes, it was. No, that was.
Has anybody
Lake
seen this?
Hamilton.
Have you posted this? Or
No,
anything?
huh?
Dude, he got this custom case. Well, do you call it a
It's
case?
a stand.
It's a custom stand, and we're gonna have to put this up in the
Yeah,
group
we'll
or something,
get it
or
up.
put it up on the page. So it's a custom stand for his Forest Wood Cup trophy, and in that stand, and correct me if I'm wrong, because this is just me watching the video you text to me. It is Lake Ouachita, right?
Lake Hamilton.
I mean Lake Hamilton. I'm sorry, we fished Ouachita like 14 times in the cup,
We did.
so forgive
We
me.
did.
So Lake Hamilton, where he won the cup, obviously, is engraved, like I guess laser engraved.
It's like routed
Routed
out.
out on a CNC machine.
Okay, so it was machined.
Yeah.
On the stand itself below the cup, and it's got this like.
It's called LED.
It's called a LED light.
Yeah, but it changes colors.
Yes.
Like it. I don't know.
You know what's even
felt
more
like
awesome
I was in a movie. I kind of
is
was.
I've got a remote for it that I can make it whatever color I want. It's pretty neat.
Okay, that's a little weird. But I mean, it was cool until you said that. But no, I'm kidding. No, it is really neat. We're gonna have to show. We're gonna have to blast a picture of that or a video of that because it's pretty dang cool, man. It's pretty dang cool. Brian King want to know what's wrong with you.
What do you mean? Have I been acting different?
I don't know.
tonight?
I mean, I think you're acting just as dorky
I
as you
thought
always
so.
do.
It's stuff you want to know that you don't even want to know it.
That's solid. That's solid right there.
Oh yeah. All right.
I mean, like a couple videos we did, like Jeff didn't even know he wanted to know, but he liked it once he knew.
And I learned so much. I got up and started applying what I learned seconds afterwards.
Jigs McThump just told his age. He said, "This reminds me of the Cheers episode when Woody called the number 9, but then changed it to 6." Yeah, I remember Cheers. Y'all remember Cheers? Y'all remember the show Cheers?
I never watched it.
Oh, you don't remember show Cheers? All right.
I never watched it. I can't help that.
Well, I just remember like the song, the intro song, and all, and some of the characters. But
Sing a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Blake Stout asked you a question.
Blake Stout. What did Blake Stout ask me? Obviously, it's
Do you
something
have
funny.
any of my new crankbaits?
I have 2. This is no lie, Blake. So we went to the lake the other day. We went over here to Moss, and we're shooting some video for y'all, actually, for your viewing pleasure. And we're doing different tip videos and all kinds of different things, what to look for in the wind. We did a lot of cool videos. And we're lucky because Moss was actually fairly clear on the lower end, and on the upper end it was fairly dirty, and then it was kind of mixed in between. So, excuse me, we had a lot of options, and we got on a little crankbait bite, and Thrift started catching a few on his new crankbait, and I was throwing some deeper diving stuff because he was up there.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out the bite, and this is something we did some videos extensively on this.
Right, so
and it's gonna be good stuff.
He caught a few on his square bill, and I asked for some, and his actual words, his exact words were, "Man, I ain't got that many. I only got 10 of each color." Now, if anybody can do math, how many colors are there?
10.
That's 100 crankbaits. To answer your question, Blake, he gave me 2.
So you got 2.
So I have 2 so far, and I mean, Shadbird's got 6 times more than I do now.
He does now.
Yeah, 5 times more than I do. Excuse me. Tim Kelly's got a question. Wants to know about getting a DT6 or a DT10 to almost suspend weight strips or sticky tungsten or something like that.
Even bigger hooks.
Yeah, I was going to say bigger hooks. Or you got any other tips as far as other than what he mentioned with the weight strips?
I mean, that's the easiest way to do it is put a little bit bigger hooks on it and use like the sticky suspend strips or something like that. That's the easiest and quickest way. I mean, you could drill a hole in the bait and add a little bit of lead, but then if you get it off centered the least little bit, the bait's going to run crooked. It's not going to deflect.
And you got to be really careful drilling a wood bait because I actually
it can split the body.
And one of the best baits I ever had was an old number 5 Shad Rap from back in the day. And actually what happened is I cracked the body, and the wood itself absorbed enough water to where it would sink.
Yeah.
And I was cranking that little number 5 down there about 10 or 12 foot when I was throwing it on the spinner rod and cracking their booties.
Yes.
And I lost it. But that's so I tell you another way.
Jesse McGowan says you got 3 crankbaits now. I knew one was
I
missing out of my box.
don't. Dude, where would this crankbait be? I mean, just where would it be? Honestly,
I think the viewers have seen it while I was looking
You can
away.
go to my truck. You can search my truck. Do whatever.
It would definitely be dug in my head if I had it under my hat by now.
Under my hat, yeah. It ain't under my hat, I can promise you that. Shout out to Thrift, too, who brought us some jalapeno cheddar somersaults.
Is my ice crushing loud, Morgan? Sorry. I'm out. I'm out of ice now.
I have used some of that lead wire, too, Tim, that you can buy at like the fly shop, White River Fly Shops at a Bass Pro, or you can order it online.
Jeff, you getting called out big time on the punching ice.
Jeff, what are you doing? You getting a mouthful of ice and you leaning into the mic?
I'm putting Reggie's comment up. I didn't know it was that loud. Sorry.
Okay, all right. So, you can use that lead wire, too. You can wrap it around, your O-rings or your split rings, there, or whatever you need to do. But, the strips are probably, the suspend strips are probably the easiest and quickest way to do it. All right. What's next,
Brian?
Brian?
Why do you want to get a DT to hit the bottom?
Huh? So it can get hung.
Yeah, if a DT bait hits the bottom, it's hung. Everybody knows that.
Now, Brian, we don't talk bad about the competition on this show.
I'm not talking bad about like I've had David Fritz explain to me, like it's not like he told me the way he designed it was not to hit the bottom, just to hit stuff sticking up off the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
That's what Fritz fished. Like it was neat listening to that story because, that's what he does.
Well, there's 110%. That's a 110% accurate statement on the fact that there's a lot of crankbaits out there, and you know just as well as I do that are made more to hit soft targets as opposed to hard targets.
Hit like a limb or
that's
right. Piling instead of digging and grinding on the bottom.
That's right.
Savage Adam wants to know where the chips and salsa are. we had to pull a change up.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Norman. Oh, Jason Phillips got a question about Lake Norman. Brian, you can answer this.
All right.
Brian recently won a tournament out at Lake Norman, by the way. Won
New Year's Day.
The New Year's Day tournament.
The New Year's Day event.
And y'all had what, 14 something?
Yeah, almost 15.
Almost 15. So 14 something.
Yeah. Well, it was.
You got to get up early in the morning to get one past Matt.
You do.
Early in the morning.
It ain't under my hat, John.
Like I would round it to 15 because we had like 1488, which is only like an ounce and a half from being 15. So we'll call it 15.
Okay, but it wasn't quite. Norman water got dirty after the storms. Yeah, everywhere around here. I know everybody got a bunch of rain.
Yeah, we've had a pile of rain the last 2 weeks.
James Wiley is yelling at you, Brian. You put it in all caps. Are you fishing Costa?
James, I am not fishing the Costas this year, and I'm sad about it because I've fished them at least one division of Coast the last 3 or 4 years, and I would love to be able to, but scheduling this year with the MLF's not going to allow it. There's too many conflicts.
So, approach for the really dirty water at Norman. Obviously, it's coming up.
Yes.
Post-front weather. What would be your approach for post-front Norman with high, muddy water?
You got to go cranking if you got dirty water. Cranking and a spinnerbait, chatterbait. That'd be my 3 picks. I'd slow roll a chatterbait and a spinnerbait, or bump that crankbait along and try to get it in front of one on some shallow rock.
Yeah, I'm not going to. And you might be able to throw in a chatterbait or a slow roll and a spinnerbait there shallow too and catch a few.
Yeah.
What's so funny over there, Walsh?
Savage Adam asked Thrift if he found a cargo shorts romper for the 2020 season.
What's a romper? I may have. What is a romper?
It's like one piece. It's like a one piece.
Oh, like Eric Jackson's suit.
Shorts are one piece.
Well, one piece the whole body. Like
you mean like
all
a
together.
jumpsuit? Like
I
cargo
need to buy.
jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Like I need some cargo dickies and cut the legs off.
Perfect.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I'm good with that. James Hastings.
I have not, but if you find one, I'll be glad to entertain, some offers.
So, Matt, Brian, what do y'all prefer or want from your marshals?
Do what?
What would you want or prefer from your marshal and or like you had this past year?
What do you mean?
Meaning steak, fillet, medium, rare, lobster tail, some grilled asparagus on the side. Dude, what do you think I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
He's saying how would you expect to be treated, or is there anything particular that you would expect your marshal to do or not do?
You got like
Why he's in the boat with you?
No, like it's like
I
try to have fun.
I want Little Debbie's.
Yeah, like that's what I thought he was asking. I'm like, well,
that's not what
like,
James
I
wants.
Bring me a couple $100. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want my marshal to have fun and just have a good day on the water. That's what it's all about. Like if I'm out there by myself, I'm talking to myself. So I love having a marshal, so I've got somebody to talk to.
When I'm out there with you, you're talking to yourself.
Exactly.
But Morgan Summers wants to know feather or no feather on the back of a jerkbait. Have you ever done that?
I have. And we've talked about it on the show before.
We talked more about feathers on top waters.
All
than we
right,
did
so I'm gonna give
jerkbaits.
you the skinny on the feather on the crankbait,
No.
or on the jerkbait.
Okay, all right.
So, if you put a traditional feathered treble hook on a jerkbait, it's going to make the bait float higher because the regular feathers that most treble hooks are tied with actually float, or they don't really sink.
Getting into the
So,
goods.
if you're going to get a feathered treble hook for your jerkbait, it's got to be something that's going to sink and let the bait suspend like it's supposed to, and you have to use ostrich feathers.
What?
Ostrich feathers.
Where do you get ostrich feathers?
Any fly tying shop.
Oh, I've rarely gone into a fly tying shop, but I didn't
Or
know.
Sportsman's Warehouse has
So
got 'em.
ostrich
You can get
ostrich
'em.
feathers are the only ones that sink.
They're not the only ones, but they got a real lively action, and they will sink and let the bait suspend and sink barely like you want it to do. So ostrich feathers, if you put a feather treble on the back of your jerkbait,
Interesting. I didn't know that about the ostrich
they
feathers.
breathe real good. It's neat. Like it's a long, real thin feather, and it just flares and looks good in the water.
That's oh man, I'm gonna have to write that down. Ostrich feathers.
How can you forget?
Yeah, well that's true.
Ostrich feather.
What about emu?
Ostrich feather. I've never used emu.
Emus work too. Flamingo's pretty good.
Flamingo's pretty good. Bald eagles aren't bad either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, James. Appreciate the good luck wishes. Tyler, I have not thrown the new Lew's Custom Light reel. Most of what I've got are the Hypermax, which I love, and the titanium, the purple, and they're kind of a gunmetal color. But both the titanium and the Hypermag I've been extremely pleased with. I do have some of the BB1s because it's one of the only reels that they offer in a 5-to-1. The only thing I use that reel for, though, is like throwing really big plugs like 10XDs, things like that. But I have not tried that new reel out. Matter of fact, I need to get me a couple and try that reel out because it's got great reviews. And I got to pick one up at ICAST and hold one for the first time there, but I haven't actually used one. So let's see. All right, what we got? Jigs McThump said bald eagle feathers sink.
That'd be perfect then.
Yeah. Brian, what's your take on the jackhammer versus the thunder crickets? Which one's the thunder cricket?
That's a Strike King.
Strike King, okay.
I've never thrown the Thunder Cricket.
I haven't either.
I've heard it's good, but I personally don't know. If I'm throwing anytime I throw a chatterbait, I'm usually throwing a Project Z or the jackhammer, one of those two. So
Scott Fail, that's funny. He said deer tails work, but smoke shot them all to hell.
I did that once this year.
All right, what time we got, Jeff? I know we got another trivia question we got to be getting to.
7:59.
Almost 8 o'clock.
7:59. Because it's going to take y'all, well, most likely it's going to take y'all a while to get the answer.
I don't even know the second question.
Bruce, I did miss my chance there. I should have called. I should have got mad on that one.
What's
Sorry.
that?
He said I missed my chance. I should have said from an ostrich when you asked me where you get ostrich feathers.
I didn't say that. Oh, okay, yeah. I got you. I did ask.
I'm
you, yeah.
usually on top
Where
of
you buy
that,
them,
so
yeah.
I'm a little off tonight.
All right, so here we go. We are going to polish off our 2020 inaugural show with another trivia question, another giveaway. And this relates
From our new
from
title sponsor.
Our new title sponsor, which is Angler's Choice Marine. We talked about the open houses. Guys, we'll talk about their locations again. Spindale, Martinsville, Virginia, Spindale, North Carolina, that is, and Lexington, North Carolina. So if you're in the market for a new boat, guys, be sure to look them up. Great people. We've had a lot of good feedback on the show, too. Usually when I mention Angler's Choice, everybody chimes in and says, yeah, I've got great service there, whether they're just taking their boat there to get service or they're actually in the market to purchase a new boat. So they are a big Ranger dealer also, and they'll get you hooked up. So this question does relate to Angler's Choice, and it is for a Angler's Choice high-performance hoodie, also an Angler's Choice hat. We'll get that. You just send us your size, and we'll get that shipped out to you. That'll come directly from Angler's Choice there in Martinsville, Virginia. Trent, the general manager up there, will get you hooked up. So, y'all ready?
We're ready.
Jeff, you ready?
Yes.
You know the answer?
Yes,
It's circled right there.
I got it.
All right, so you got one job.
I got you. Go.
This is going to be a hard one here. This is going to be harder than the one.
I need to know. 51 is not the answer, guys. That was the answer on the last
To
question.
the previous question.
Yeah. Congratulations, Aaron Curry. Just bought his brand new Ranger from the Spindale location. So congrats.
Congratulations.
Yep. And here we go. How many boats across the board did Angler's Choice Marine sell in 2019? How many boats did Angler's Choice Marine sell in 2019? Now, this answer came direct from Trent, who is the GM of the Martinsville, Virginia location. Now, I need to know how many boats Angler's Choice Marine as a whole, there's 3 locations, sold in 2019. 1776 is incorrect, Alan Crandall. I don't know if that was a year or actually a guess.
Jeff's going to call out the answer.
That'd be pretty
But
stout.
while we're waiting for this, because this is going to be a tough one, let's answer a few questions.
All right. Well,
So Aaron Curry asks, what prop do we run on the Evinrude 250 G2 motor?
you want to talk about both of them? Because
Yes, let's talk about both of them,
Yeah,
because
'cause-
I think I prefer a different one.
No, I'm
You like-
I'm with you. I do think, and I'll tell you what here's my advantages or what I feel like each prop offers. So you've got a 26 raker 3-blade,
Yep.
and then you've got a 25 4-blade
Yep.
raker. Those are the 2 props that Brian and I both have run
Yeah.
on the G2 250s. It seems like top end wise, they're almost identical.
Almost identical.
I mean, like probably within a half mile per hour. And if I had to give the edge to one or the other, it'd probably be the 3-blade. Based on control, rough water situations, I would have to go with the 4-blade.
That's exactly what I'd run. The RX4 4-blade performs very good. Great hole shot, great top end, great handling. To me, it's the best.
Yeah, I'm not saying the 3-blade handles badly or anything like that. It's not dangerous or not. I mean, don't get the wrong impression. The 3-blade runs great,
Right.
But the 4-blade does seem to perform a little bit more consistently, a little bit better in those extreme conditions.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with Ryan. I've got both. I've got a 26 3-blade. I've got a 25 4-blade, and I do like both of them. I'm probably in the same boat as Thrift, and most of the time I am running the 4-blade. So, and let's see, we got answers all over the board.
Well, this is a hard one.
Yeah, no, this is a tough one.
This is
a tough one. I see some people getting
Should we throw out a hint?
Not yet.
not
Just
yet,
one?
not yet.
Just one.
I mean, what's your hint going to be?
It's less than 1,000.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead with
and
the
greater
hint.
than 1.
That narrows down a lot of numbers.
Is that okay? Yeah. Well,
I mean, that cuts down a lot of numbers.
I didn't see too many answers over 1,000 though, so I think they got that narrowed down pretty good.
It's a lot of boats, though.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of boats.
It's a lot of boats.
I mean, it's a lot of boats.
And it's all 3 locations.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Just making sure they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just one location. I mean, Angler's Choice has 3 locations, and it includes all 3. Let's scroll back
And
early.
speaking of that, something for 2020 that I'm sure Matt's talked to Trent about it also, but if you're interested in either one of our boats for after we get our new boats for the next year, you can put a deposit on them through Angler's Choice, rigged up how we've got them rigged up, ready for tournaments. We don't take anything off of them, just like we run them on the professional tours. So if you're interested in something like that, you're looking for a new Ranger boat, call Angler's Choice and get the specs on them. And if you're interested, put a deposit and it'll be yours.
Yeah, that's right. So you can do that. And both our boats, let's see, if you like Humminbird, Brian's boat's for you. If you like Lowrance, I got one for you. So we'll get you hooked up
Yeah,
either
you
way.
got options.
And it probably comes with a signed jersey or something too, right?
Well, we can work
We
something
probably
out.
work something like
100%.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks, Jeff. Anything
And a
else?
LTF
Anything else you
decal.
want to offer from
Maybe a
us?
steak
Yeah.
dinner. I don't know.
You want to give
A
away
truck?
any more of my stuff?
I mean, you can have if you buy my boat, you can have Jeff's Range Rover, as far as I'm concerned. So, I mean, I like that. You know. All right. God,
Oh, I seen a close one there.
you see a
Yeah.
close one?
Yeah.
Well, close doesn't count. Not in this game.
Yeah, I seen a close one.
All right. What is the over/under on how many penalties Brian gets in his first event?
Oh God,
I had to
It's gonna
I had
be
to
a
scroll
lot.
back a long way
it's
to get
gonna
that
be
one.
a lot. I don't even want
Tough
to think
format.
about that.
Dude, well,
I don't even
you
want
know,
to think
I mean,
about it.
I'm thinking about watching you. So now you've used a net, and I actually think let's just say you've been fishing bass for the past 10 or 12 years as opposed to FLW. I actually think the net probably is going to allow you to transition into that format a little better.
No.
Yeah, dude, because with no net,
I boat flip pretty much anything.
well,
under
that's
5
okay.
pounds.
So you
And
avoid
it's
the net unless you got
like
treble hooks all over.
I'm bad to flop them on the carpet, and with treble hook baits, like I don't want to get a hook in me, and I get scared, and it's gonna be bad.
I don't think most of those guys that fish MLF, I watch them, and dude, so many of them will swing those fish in with those treble hooks flopping.
Yeah,
and I mean they're swinging in some 2.5 and 3 pounders. Which when you swing that fish in, depending on the rod you got it on, he just wants to naturally. Gravity's just gonna yank him towards that carpet, and I can't tell you how many I've seen just graze that carpet, and that judge is right there.
Oh yeah, they gonna call you
that's
out
gonna
on
be
it quick.
a fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty.
I might only get to fish 2 hours the first day
if
if I'm catching a lot of fish.
That means you would probably. That's what 100 penalties.
It's possible. It's possible.
Fish release now. Fish release.
Yeah,
Be
like
careful there.
I'll forget it because we have to release them over the gunnel. You can't just throw
It's
them
below,
in.
but it's below the rub rail, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
below
you
the-
can't drop them above the
No,
gunnel.
you can't just
You
hold it.
actually
You
have
gotta
to
ease
lean
them
down.
ease them in the water. So
Yeah, that would be tough.
I'm
for
gonna
me.
forget a lot of this, and it's gonna it's gonna be like my son. I'm gonna have to learn the hard way, probably.
Do they still have the rule about
Oh man, I'm seeing some close
you
answers.
can still leave the boat?
Well, as soon as y'all see one, flag it because I'm looking too.
We don't. I hadn't seen a winner yet.
Look,
You can leave
one number off.
You can.
Yeah, I've
leave.
seen a couple of those.
Okay, so well, you can give that hint if you want to give that hint because
Give what hint?
We're gonna
You give the hint,
We're
'cause
gonna end up 10,000 comments here in a minute. All right, so the hint is somebody was one number off.
Somebody was one number off.
Yeah, I mean
That's the hint.
That's
a
the hint.
pretty good hint, dude.
Not when there's 3,000 wrong answers.
Well, I mean,
It's less than 900.
if you were the guy that was one number off, you're gonna submit 2 numbers on either side of it, right?
Exactly.
All right, there you go. I bet we get a correct answer here.
Yeah.
Even though what's our delay? Not long enough, 7 seconds, something like that. So the deal about you can still leave the boat to land the fish and endure a 3-minute penalty, correct?
I think so, but I'm not positive. I got to read up on
I
that. I hadn't
noticed
read
guys-
on all the penalties.
What's going to be funny is when somebody does that one day and then they get hit with a trespassing fine or something.
Yeah, that's going to be bad. I didn't think about that. Yeah, if you get
Well,
off
I mean,
on somebody's private dock.
The one that I saw that stood out in my mind was Alton Jones Jr. getting out on a marina dock and
Yeah.
walking down and pulling a fish out and then jumping back in the boat. Granted, he got a 3-minute penalty.
Yeah, but he caught
But
the
if
fish.
somebody really wanted to be a
Yeah.
that owned the dock, they could be, that could be a little stink.
Yeah,
Could be
that's
a little
true.
Stink.
That is true.
Then they may adjust that rule if that actually happens. But there again, somebody'd have to be having a really, really bad day.
One more hint.
What's the awful hint? Ty Robinson, awful hint. Not if you were the one that was one off.
I agree.
All right, smart Alex, y'all give a hint.
I don't.
Me and Matt have both gave a hint. Your turn to give a
Me
hint.
and Matt.
Me and Matt.
Me, Matt, Jeff,
Jeff.
waiting on you. Give a
Bruce
hint.
Camp says, wait on a hint. What a hint. So he didn't like Matt's hint either. Give another hint.
It's over 600.
There we go. That's pretty good.
So the hint is what?
it's
It's
over 600.
600.
So it's
Well-
between 600 and 900 is what we know right now.
No, oh God, you just gave him another hint. Bro.
No, I said that already.
No,
You
he's already said
1,000.
I said
he
it's
said
less than
900 too.
900 too. You wasn't listening.
Oh, so we've given 3 hints.
We got 3 hints.
All right, we've given 3 hints. So it's
4
over
technically,
600,
but
less
nobody
than
liked
900.
your hint. So
Well, I'm scrolling back to find another question. I'm gonna try to find one that makes you look stupid too.
And just so
They
you
all-
know, it's the
any
first
place.
one that comes on my feed, and it may or may not match your feed at home. It all comes in differently.
yeah, Jeff determines the winner. So are we doing a show next week?
Now we're getting somewhere.
I'll be coming back from Disney World.
So Matt will not be here.
I will not be present next Tuesday. I'll be getting back from Disney World that
Maybe
night.
a show next week. Maybe.
Maybe a show next week. Now the week after that for sure, because that's before.
Yeah.
That's right before we leave. That's after the open house in Martinsville and after the Bass U,
Yeah.
and that's the week before we leave.
Yeah.
So definitely need to do a show that week. And so worst case scenario, if there's not a show next Tuesday, blame it on Brian and Jeff. because Matt will be in Disney World. But if there isn't one, we will definitely have one the following week. Correct, Jeff? You will be here the week after that, like the 28th, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yes.
I think it's 28th.
And make sure if you're around, come out to the Angler's Choice open houses, guys. It's going to be a great time. There's going to be a ton of pros at each open house.
Oh, the Martinsville location, dude.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's loaded. There's about, I want to say there's about 10 pros that'll be present there.
Yeah.
Hank Parker will be there.
Yeah, I think Hank will be present at all of them. I know he's going to be at Spindale. Not sure about Lexington, but I think he's going to be at all 3 locations. So always a good time to hang out with Hank and talk fishing. And I'll probably learn something too.
Trent, when he gave me this trivia question and gave me the answer tonight, I said, that's a good one. It's going to take him a while, but I didn't know it's going to take him this long.
Yeah, maybe we need to give another hint.
No, between 6 and 900.
It's been going on for 15 minutes.
Well, there's a lot of 6-somethings thrown in there, so let's just up it to 7.
The answer is greater than 700.
And less than 900. so all the 600 and whatevers.
Yes.
I invited, I'm going to put this on the show, I invited Bruce Camp
I'm out of sun drop.
fishing the other
Y'all
week.
got to hurry. I'm out of sun drop.
And he turned me down, man. Thunderfoot turned me down.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the answer yet or what?
No, I have not.
Incorrect.
I've seen a couple close ones way back when we first started.
All right, we're getting some closer ones now.
Yeah.
If everybody missed that, it's over 700, under 900. So, boy, Buddy Black's busy on the computer tonight.
He is.
He must be at work.
No kidding. I'm like, his
He
buddy's
must
on
be at
the-
work. Our friend Buddy, who is a Kings Mountain police officer, must be at work. 'Cause he submitted about 60 answers. Sorry, Buddy. I didn't mean to crack on you like that.
Yeah, he did.
We do appreciate your service. Hands down. I'm
gonna-
starting to see
I'm
some
gonna scroll
closer
back
ones.
up and look for some questions.
All right, find us a question, Thrift. We might be here for a little while longer.
Let's
I wonder
see.
if anybody like screenshots all the answers and just makes sure they throw in something different. Because there's literally probably been, I'm scared to say, 150.
Here's one for you, Matt. John Long asks, are you running the Force or the Ghost this year?
I'm running the Ultrex.
Matt is running the Ultrex.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
I get mixed up all the time because that's Ultrex, Fortrex.
Right. I'm running the Fortrex.
Yeah, I'm running the I'm running the Ultrex. Brian's running the Fortrex.
Yes.
And what did he ask? The Ghost or the what?
Force. I guess he meant Fortrex, maybe. Or Ultrex. I don't know.
That might be the name of Garmin's.
Is that
trolling
Garmin?
motor.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Me
Okay,
neither.
yeah, I'm not real sure.
Anyways.
Oh, Buddy said he's in the hotel room in Raleigh. He's in school up there, by the way. Yeah. So
somebody please get the answer right. This is empty right here.
Somebody's got
I'm
it in a
out.
second.
Billy Beatty asked a question about what we think about the state going to a no limit on spotted bass. Didn't we talk about that
Ooh.
last show?
I don't remember it. Didn't they, like all spotted bass are eligible to be kept? Whoa, I broke the
Dude, you're
table.
getting all fidgety. Like Brian,
I'm out of sun drop.
Brian's having withdrawals over here, Jeff. We're gonna
Out
have to
of
do
sun
something.
drop.
He's out of sun drop. He's getting ill, getting angry. So yeah, I tell you what, Billy, hold that thought.
This is all right. I'm giving another hint.
You gonna give another hint?
It's less than 800, so it's between 700 and 800.
And we still don't have an answer.
No, but I see one guy that's all over it, like several times.
All over it.
All over it.
All over it. Yeah, all over it. Somebody else just missed it by one.
I got a question. Did you go out and pre-practice for the Classic, Mike?
I did not. And I did not. I'm fortunate. I've had quite a bit of idle time and fishing time on Guntersville in the past.
Yeah.
And because it's a March tournament, I'm really bad. Even still today, I'm bad about getting preconceived ideas. And I'm
the same way.
I'm not saying I couldn't have gone and idled for 2 or 3 days and maybe found a rock or something that I might could have caught a big one on. I mean, that could have potentially happened. But it was deer season.
Yeah.
No, I'm
And
just kidding.
Well, it's
no,
not only
that's
that,
not
but
the number one reason I didn't go.
fall is like family time for us.
100%.
Have y'all
Like,
not seen the answer yet?
I've not seen an answer yet.
No, I see a lot of close ones. A lot of close
It's hard
ones.
to go pre-practice in the fall and winter because that's pretty much the longest stretch of time we have with our families without having to be gone somewhere every couple of days. So I try to stay around the house as much as I can in the fall and winter.
What's hilarious is all these trivia answers that we're getting are only from like 4 or 5 different people at this point. Everybody just gave up.
I'm about to give up.
Everybody literally.
Good
just
answer,
gave
Daniel. Good answer.
Oh, you see? Did you see a correct one?
No, Daniel said liver mush.
Oh, liver mush. Oh, Todd Goad wanted to know what the question is.
It has been a while.
The
I
question,
forgot
Todd.
myself.
Let's ask the question again. How many boats did Anglers Choice Marine sail in 2019? This is all 3 of the locations. And
I'm fixing to just pull a mat and just tell the answer, and the first one to repeat it wins.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
The answer is between
we-
700.
Hey, well, hang on.
Yeah,
hang on.
we've given a lot of hints, and we've got it narrowed down
I
to
was just going to repeat the
between
latest
700
and 800.
and 800.
Yeah, that's.
While y'all are looking for an answer, I just got
I'm
a
going
message.
to get a sun drop. That's where I'm going right now. I just so happen to have another one in the fridge.
Yeah, I hear you. I just got a message. From Scott Fail. Said, dude, you know I won the first trivia tonight. Scott, I have to address your message. He just sent me this on Facebook. He said, dude, you know I won those first trivia questions tonight. Those cranks would have been nice. I guess I'll just get a steak from you at the Classic.
Ooh, that's
Well,
a good idea.
I might buy you a steak at the Classic, but just so you know, Scott, that is 100% inaccurate. The only we've explained this before, but I'm gonna explain it again because we don't like getting blamed for this stuff. The way these answers come through on our feed and the way these answers are transcribed or whatever you want to say on y'all's feed is totally different. Just because you submitted it and it popped up on your feed first doesn't mean that's how we received it. So that being said, the very first answer we saw tonight on the crankbaits was who was it again?
Shadbird.
Shadbird, that's right. Shadbird. Which Shadbird is not his real name. It could be Scott Fell. Who knows, you know? So, now, Shadbird, when you send us your address, if you want us to put attention Shadbird on it, we'll do that. But we want to make sure it gets to the right person. Just keep that in mind.
I don't understand how we haven't got an answer yet.
I don't either.
No,
And,
but statistically, we should have gotten like 4 by now.
statistically, we probably should
Yes.
have. I wonder how. Whoop. I see one.
Where?
I see one.
Oh, I see it as well.
You see one, bro? Jeff?
Not
Jeff
on my
didn't
feed
see it
yet.
yet?
It didn't come on mine. I don't have it on mine.
Ugh. Do you want me to call it out?
Jeff, call him, Matt.
Just Scott said nope, he wants the steak. I'm calling it because I have an answer on my feed.
It's not on mine, but Matt has it.
Not on mine either. It hadn't come on mine yet at all.
Is that Bradley White? Is that your buddy Bradley? I can't pull up his profile.
That's the answer. Call it.
Yeah, that was second.
Bradley White.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Bradley.
Thank goodness.
He is that'll look good because I was just talking to if I can't pull up his profile. Is that Brad? Is that the Brad that we know?
I can't remember if this is Brad or Brad Lee, but yeah, that's close enough. It still hadn't come up on mine, so.
All right.
I've got different feeds.
Bradley
That's why
White, that is correct. The answer is 749 boats. 749 boats. And Brad, let us know your size. That's going to look good. What I was getting ready to say, I was talking to Brad earlier today, and he's actually looking at possibly purchasing, I'm calling him out live, a John boat from Anglers Choice Marine. So he can wear that new hat and that new hoodie in his new John boat from Anglers Choice Marine. That'll look good.
Perfect.
Brad, shoot us over a message with your sizes, and we'll get them sent straight out to you. Anything else I'm missing tonight, Smoke?
Night. That was exhausting.
No, I think that does it.
I'm wore out.
That does it.
Huh?
I got carpal tunnel on my
So we got to tell what the answer was. The
I
answer
did.
You did.
Oh, you did.
749. Yep, 749 boats is what Anglers Choice sold.
That's a lot of.
I'm
boats.
literally.
In 2029, Matthew Roberts said he typed every number between 700 and 800.
That is a lie.
That's not true. We didn't see
Well,
749.
he could have, but I'm telling you, these feeds are all different. All of ours are.
all the
we have
feeds are different.
4 feeds here, and yours is the only one that comes up. That's what makes it fun.
Still to this point, I think 740. That's the only 749 we saw, wasn't it? Even 30.
That's the only
40.
one I've saw.
I still haven't seen one on my feed.
Well, I just saw another one pop up, but that was like way after I announced it. All right, so congrats, Brad or Bradley, excuse me.
Bradley.
We will
and
try.
Shadbird.
Yeah, and Shadbird. That's right. Shadbird hit the jackpot tonight.
He did.
Sorry, Adam. He said that challenge pissed me off.
Bradley says donate his winnings to the saltiest
fishing
salts team.
The what?
It's out of Georgetown. Rayburn Poston has the salts.
You know what he's
fishing
talking
league.
about.
Yeah.
All right. That's the main thing. That's all that matters. We get their
that's
information,
cool.
Jeff, and we'll
Appreciate
shoot that out
it, Bradley.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So Brad donated his winnings to a fishing team.
It's like a league, like a for high schoolers.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Up in the
And
Georgetown
guys,
area.
I know we're getting a lot of comments that say you had somebody else posted the right answer first, but the way we see it is the way we call it. That's why we determined Jeff to be the answered caller.
And if it never comes up on my feed, then
yeah,
I give you all the power
Yeah.
to make the decision.
the Bradley's
Thanks.
comment of 749 never showed up on my phone, and it never showed up on Jeff's phone either. Like I've
Yeah.
never seen the correct answer.
You talking about Brad Williams? He said 749 3 times. And guys, if you send us a screenshot, don't waste your time doing
Yeah,
that. 'Cause
we
we're just
apologize,
telling you the only thing we can
That's
do
the
is
only
go
way
off
to
what
make it
shows
fair.
up on our feed. We don't rig trivia questions for hats and shirts. We don't do that.
No.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully Brian
Maybe a
and,
show next week.
hopefully Brian and Jeff will be back in the studio. Grab a guest.
We may.
We
may.
This is the one time of year that everybody's still in town for
That's true.
still an extended period of time. And if I was here, that's what I'd do. Just saying. But no, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll definitely be back a week from Tuesday. And I'll get these fellas to keep y'all posted if they're gonna have a show Tuesday night. So sign us off, Thrift?
Yeah, of course.
Get after it.
I'm thinking of something. Hang on. Oh, thank you guys for watching. Possibly a show next week. And remember, if we can't go fishing, what are we going to do, Matt?
Talk fish.
Really? That's not even it. Close enough, though.
That's not it.
We might see you next week.
Yeah. What?
Huh?
Bye.
Exactly.
Well, bye.
Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Fish. Visit our private Facebook group to continue the conversation, post your questions, and talk with other fellow anglers at facebook.com/groups/Let's Talk Fish. Follow us on Instagram at Let's Talk Fish Official and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive content. Join us again next episode for more actionable tips, tactics, and techniques directly from the pros. And remember, when we can't go fishing, we're going to sit right here and talk fish.